computer trying to solve the secret in the file. And by escaping into these characters, I was able to get it was only for a few minutes at a time. So when I was 13 years old, and that is me at 14, we were living in a grandmother's house. And as you can see from the photo, I was a very young person. I had not hit puberty, hadn't discovered eyelash makeup, and while I was probably a little bit wiser in my years, I was emotionally very much still a child. Now at the time, my parents were separated, and my mother had a temporary restraining order against my father. Let me tell you, temporary restraining order meant nothing. So one evening, he shows up, and he was usual, and I got
about 13,000 back in first year.
my father,
I think this would be something that could be a
begging my mother
Alabama.
promising that he would change, promising that everything would be better,
No.
if he would just
Asking
choose
if
me.
would this be considered
And I don't know what she felt in that moment, but in that moment, my
She ain't confident
13-year-old
enough for me
self
if he
was
going in front of me.
so tired of hearing it. So in a very brief moment of courage, I spoke up and I said, why won't you just go away and leave us alone? It's more like a plea than
Right away.
and I'd like to tell you that in that moment, in that brief moment of courage, that
I took a step back. See, I'm growing.
What actually happened was that he looked at me with those ice cold blue eyes before I knew what was happening. He had called off and hit me so hard that I saw stars and my ears were ringing.
And you didn't point that out. Good Aries.
What I learned in that moment was that it's not easy to speak up.
What's Aries? Think about like
I learned
two
in my
Rams is
subconscious intelligence that sticking up for yourself is not a safe thing to do.
I don't know why I didn't say Aries at first.
As I grew up, the invisible
That's not
people
technically, that's
who
open.
grew up with me,
Yes,
as a result, my children became my close
so what I know.
And I could just be Sarah's mom or Rachel and Beth's mom, and nobody had to know who I was or where I was from. And in fact, in the pictures you actually see me, I'm frequently hiding behind my children. That's how I knew how to be safe. So in my professional life, my invisibility cloak is a black blazer. And when I pulled on that black blazer, I became just like every other young attorney walking the halls of Montgomery.
This is a good.
I disappeared into the surroundings. And I was perfectly okay being invisible because that's how I came to be in the world. In fact, at my last law firm job, the partners called me their secret weapon. I was their ghostwriter. I made them look important. And I was perfectly okay with that. But what I didn't realize at the time was so how many of you have been raised to believe that it is not polite to toot your own horn? How many of you have been raised to believe that nobody likes a show-off or a know-it-all? And how many of you have been raised to believe that nobody likes a bragger? Okay? I was too. And I believed all those rules and I followed them to the T. Let me tell you something about all those rules. And Jeff wanted to make sure that I swore at least once during this conference. So here we go. Bullshit. Okay? All of those rules are bullshit. As women, as small business owners, we need to speak up. We need to be heard. If you don't figuratively shout what you do from the mountaintops, nobody's going to know you're there. Nobody's going to know who you are or what you do. So this becomes a very important piece of making sure that you are seen as an entrepreneur. Because we simply don't live in a world where doing the hard work will get you noticed and rewarded. We live in a world where a closed mouth does not get fed. In fact, my choice to not toot my own horn and remain quietly in the background was a large part of why I lost my corporate job in 2019 and found myself at a crossroads. I own that I played a role in that, in making sure that that happened. Now, it could be that a different tactic would not have changed the fact that when we got a new CEO, he saw fit to replace the vast majority of the executive team. But my approach did nothing to move the needle in my favor. And it was in the process of reinventing myself that I finally began to step into my own power. First, I had a few non-negotiables. I wanted to have a job that mattered. I wanted to work for a company that had a mission and values that I could get behind. I wanted a job where I could make a difference and a positive impact in the world. I wanted to be happy and excited about getting up and going to work in the morning. There was also a bunch of things I knew I didn't want. I did not want a long commute. In fact, I mostly wanted to continue working from home. I did not want any job that said fast-paced environment in the job description. I knew that's code for being too hard and not get paid enough, right? And I did not want to work in any highly regulated industries, so I pulled out finance, pharma, insurance, a bunch of different industries that I could have gone into, but I just wasn't there. So I also knew I didn't want to bow to the almighty billable hour. I was like so over that. I never want to go back there ever again. So I was like, what do I do? The job I want doesn't exist. And if I'm going to stick, you can go forward about one more. Okay. So that job that I wanted didn't exist. And I knew if I was going to have a job I wanted, I was going to have to create it myself. So then came the personal inventory, and I'm looking at all the skills and interests and things that I love and what I can do, and I'm trying to figure out what do I do with all this. Well, I combined my 30-plus years of legal experience and the fact that I had had side hustles my entire legal career, and I knew small business from the inside out. And it felt like at that moment that everything in my life up to that time had led me to the choice to become an entrepreneur and to open my own legal practice, helping small business owners get legally protected. And now we get to the point of my story. While an invisibility cloak is a fantastic survival tool for a child in an abusive home, it is so not the accessory of choice for an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurs are all about being visible, and being invisible does not serve you or the people you are meant to serve. If you don't put yourself out there, they won't know you're there. How will they find you? I'm not saying it's impossible, but it is a whole lot harder. And I made a conscious choice to be an entrepreneur. When I did that, I didn't realize that I was also making a choice to hang that invisibility cloak up in the back of the closet. But I couldn't do that until I knew it was safe, and that it was safe for me to be seen. Because I was still operating under that assumption that it's better to be invisible. So I had to do a lot of mindset work around getting rid of those invisibility blocks. I worked with several different coaches and several different modalities, trying to get myself through. So it's kind of like what was being talked at in the keynote speech, the shadow work. I did some of that, trying to get past all the childhood crap so that I could be an entrepreneur and be visible and be standing up here in front of you right now talking about things that make me squeamish and uncomfortable. So I no longer want to be the world's best kept secret. I want to be visible. And we all know that the only way you overcome those kind of things is when you step out of your comfort zone. Our most important growth, both personal and professional, happens when we step outside of that comfort zone. So think about this. What does being visible mean for you personally? For some of us, we enjoy being in the limelight, and visibility is not a problem at all. For others of us, not so much.